This is the One Life Podcast.
Back in the building.
Welcome back
To the One Life
Podcast.
Podcast with your host, Todd Lawrence, and your co-host,
Jonny Unitas.
a.k.a. Johnny Goat, a.k.a. Jonathan Horn. That's his real name, Jonathan Horn. And, yeah, man, today I knew the mic was finna do some bullshit to me. Don't worry, audience. This is the second time I'm using this great mic right here.
He's still learning.
Let
his
me
mic
just
technique.
adjust it for y'all. But yeah, welcome back to the One Life Podcast, man. This is episode 12. And today we got an awesome guest here, man. We got a great guest, a guest that I've been trying to get on the podcast for a little while now. It just took us a little while to finally click and link up with each other. But now tonight we are here together with each other. I want y'all to give it up for my man, TheFame, in the building tonight, man. Yeah, why you put the laugh button on? Yeah, see?
I'm still learning too.
We just got all this new equipment, you know what I'm saying?
It's not labeled. They're just colors. I'm
Listen,
guessing here.
You know how black folk do it. Did you read the instructions?
Absolutely
my nigga?
not. Absolutely not.
Hey, nigga, what's going on? Hey, man, I am TheFame, man. Welcome to the One Life Podcast,
welcome.
man. Thank you for finally making it through and showing up and bringing your talent to the One Life Podcast, where we bring different talent, passionate people each and every week, man. And what we do is we bring y'all to the podcast and we just, talk about it to the world and tell people how'd you get there and what gave you the passion, what gave you the idea to even start going for the career that you're currently going for, type deal like that. But yeah, let's get straight into it. Like you want to introduce yourself to the people? We just did, but let them know where you from, man. Where were you born? Where'd you grow up and stuff like that? Yeah.
Okay. Well, first I want to say thank you for having me.
Absolutely.
For real, because I know we've been trying to get together for a while, and it's God made it happen. So let's do it. But
amen. We here.
Yes. But yeah, I'm originally from Jersey, a Jersey boy. 973 till I die. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, New Jersey. I'm from New Jersey as well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. East Orange.
Oh,
that's
West
where I was
Orange,
born.
baby.
Okay.
Yeah.
We was both in the oranges. Yeah.
There we go.
Both in the oranges.
So yeah, Jersey boy. Currently live in Pennsylvania. 30 years old, single. So, ladies, if you a God-fearing woman, holla at your boy, please.
Oh, he's sending shots already.
Where can they find you? Where can they find you?
I mean, all right. So my Instagram is TheFame, all one word, lowercase. You can find me there. Pretty much the same with all social media. So anywhere you want to go and where you at, just hit me up, please.
At TheFame on Instagram, Facebook, and everything.
Yes, sir.
Excellent.
Yeah,
Excellent.
my man. So
Let
like,
me adjust your mic real quick.
Oh,
yeah. So I got a quick question for you. You
Sorry,
know what I'm
kicked
saying?
down a
Like,
little bit.
I met you. We've met each other through a group of friends and stuff like that. My man Fame.
Yes.
And ever since the day we met, man, the energy was up there, and I seen the passion in you. You know what I'm saying? And I think we met on Halloween. Probably it was on a Halloween. And I noticed,
so,
bruh, you love Kanye West. You know what I'm saying? That you dressed up as Kanye West like 2
I
Halloweens
did.
back to back. You had the glove, you had the jacket, you had the whole setup.
Yeah, I did.
So tell me a little something. Like, is Kanye West like a big inspiration to you?
Well, I would say Kanye was a big inspiration.
Because I love the old Kanye.
Yeah, I love the old Kanye. The new Kanye, he wildin', so I'm not
A little bit.
I'm not a huge fan of him anymore. But the thing is, he was a great inspiration to my music. Wasn't the biggest inspiration, but definitely how he puts out his music, like rolls it out, the way he produces, just everything that he does is just very artistic,
Right.
and it's just free, and that's why I really commend him for his music. But him as a man, he wildin', so he needs to get back together with some stuff. I don't know.
Yeah, he's wilding out a little bit, right?
Yeah, he's saying he's his own god and
He's
all
a
this other
superhero. That's what Kanye was. He said, I am a black superhero.
stuff. I mean, being a black superhero, there's nothing wrong with that.
Hancock was a black superhero.
Hancock was a black superhero. We got a samurai that's black. The first black samurai from Africa went to Japan.
Oh, for real?
And he was the dopest samurai ever in existence.
What was his name?
I don't know. Black Samurai.
You got to Google
Yeah,
it.
you
Samurai
have to
Jack.
Google it.
Let me find out.
Hey, Samurai Jack, but you could consider him black because he had that swagger. But
Thanks.
but yeah, just I really appreciate Kanye for what he's doing, what he did in his career, because it really inspired me to produce and to make music.
Right.
So yeah.
Speaking of Ye, what do you think was his most influential album?
Ooh, that's a good question.
College Dropout, Late Registration.
Okay.
That was my favorite ones. College Dropout, Late Registration, where he had flashing lights, and then work it, make it, do it, makes us stronger, better, faster, stronger. And then that was Lupe Fiasco. If you are what you say.
Oh yeah, that's Lupe.
Yeah, I got it mixed up with the shooter
it's still
flashing lights.
Chicago,
But TheFame, what did you think was his most influential album?
Most influential, man, I would say 808s and Heartbreak, to be honest, because that it was yeah. No story ever told. Like it was good because it was so like I said before, artistic and free. I feel like that was his first real artistic album that he just was like, okay, I'm gonna go against the grain of hip hop and do something different.
Yeah.
With people knowing that I'm solely a hip hop artist, I'm a hip hop producer, and to do something like that, it was the first genre bending thing that I've personally heard in rap from somebody as big as him. There's underground artists that are so genre bending, but somebody like a mainstream artist like Kanye back in the day doing that,
and to
never heard
succeed,
that. And
to make hits that we still remember that are gonna be classics,
Say You Will, Heartless, all those.
So
I'm telling you all, when
and when
it all falls down. I'm so subconscious. That's why you always see me with at least one of the watches. That Kanye was going crazy.
Because that was when he first started.
The hunger was
there.
Was built to the top.
Don't get me wrong, his hunger was always there, but it definitely it went down the higher he went in status.
I think, in my opinion, is when he got with them Kardashians. They got beautiful kids and everything like that. Yeah, good looks.
I got you.
I think they got a beautiful family together and everything like that. But I just feel like once he got with Kim K, he lost his marbles a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
I guess his focus. You know what I mean? I don't know.
I don't blame the Kardashians. I think
that's just an opinion, though. You know what I'm saying? She's a bad bitch. You know what I'm saying? But
I think it has less to do with them and more to do with him.
I think there's some crazy shit going on in that kitchen. Some shit, that teacup,
I think it's really hard to stay. I think it's really hard to stay connected to reality when you're that wealthy. And I think Kanye has a level of genius, and the problem is sometimes when people they don't relate to other people on the same level. I think that's the dilemma of a lot of people that are considered genius in some way, where they see the world so differently from everybody else, that it's very hard to relate to them. It's very hard to listen to other people, because if you are quote unquote genius, but you also lack humility, which many people that are very intelligent do, you don't listen to other people because you think you're smarter than them. And if you think you're smarter than somebody,
you don't got the answers, Sway.
Right? But Kanye apologized. He said Sway did have the answer. Sway did have the answer.
Sway gave him the
So
answers.
I think that's the thing about Kanye. I think he's the kind of person where he won't see something until, if you tell him something, he don't see it until he sees it.
Right.
And I think a lot of people are like that. And sometimes we may be very intelligent in one area and not so intelligent in another, and we think our genius transcends. And that's what we have to recognize. Just because you're a genius in mathematics doesn't mean you're a musical genius. Just because you're a physical genius in athletics doesn't mean that you are academic genius.
Right. And now, since you're talking about all them different type of geniuses in one, because geniuses do have a lot of different strong areas and talents.
Some do.
Like I want to get back to I'm TheFame, right? You also produce music as well, right?
Correct.
Right, and you make beats.
Yes.
Don't you? Yeah, and you be on the DJ. What do they call it? The controller.
Yeah. Yep.
Talk about it. Tell me, how did you get into doing all of that stuff? You know what I'm saying? What gave you the inspiration behind all of this music stuff, man? Where did your inspiration really come from?
That's a great question. Thank you.
Word up.
Yeah, it's man, I always loved music since I was a child. Like, you know what I mean? Since I was like 3 or 4. My mom and pops, they put me on the piano at 6. So I hated it at the time.
I want to learn how to play it.
Yeah, it's such a beautiful instrument. I'm telling you. One of the most beautiful. That and violin.
And like you said, as a kid, you hated it, right?
Yeah,
because as a kid, you don't appreciate a lot of cool shit that you appreciate when you get older.
Exactly.
Like cutting the grass and shit. I'm going to just say, now, as an older dude, I look forward to cutting my grass. I'm like, that is a little light exercise.
Exactly. It's an exercise. It's a time of peace. You know what I mean? So
all you late, just go cut the grass and call it an exercise, bro, and you'll be all right.
Yeah.
Make sure you cut that shit at least 3 times a week or some shit. Keep that shit extra clean.
3 times.
You gonna burn some good calories.
You mow the lawn.
Yeah.
You clean the windows.
Yeah.
You vacuum the house.
And don't forget to hit the weed whacker on the edges because the lawnmower don't get all close to the house and shit. Nigga. Don't be lazy.
You need that weed whacker.
Get your obesity out. Nah, let me stop.
But you were getting to your greatest influences in music.
Yeah.
So
playing the piano and stuff.
So I started playing the piano at an early age. Stopped, and then I went to multiple like woodwind instruments in like elementary, middle school, high school.
Right.
I played the flute, clarinet.
Yeah, nice. You can bring it closer too if you need to.
Do that. There we go. That's way better. I played multiple instruments, and then once I got into maybe junior year of high school, I started becoming a bad kid. So I didn't I didn't think that stuff was cool anymore. I thought it was like lame and stuff. But then once I graduated high school and I went to college, and I actually went to college for music, I was like, okay, like most
you said I was bad as fuck in school. I'm trying to dodge.
No, for real, because I was like,
I was too, nigga. Always, he's the greatest dude in the room out of all of us, even my little cousin. Like Jonny is the best. I don't know if my little cousin ever got suspended yet, or I don't know. We'll talk about it later. But Jonny said he never got suspended, never got detention. That's why I'm rolling with Obama. You know what I'm saying? He's the next president in this motherfucker.
He really do.
Johnny Goat,
Obama,
man. Don't cheese too hard, man. The fans is watching, man. Keep it smooth, man.
What is with that? Why can't black men smile? What's good with that?
Oh no.
Why do we never smile in pictures?
No. Because,
what's that about?
Because a lot of people be getting cheated on and shit. So nigga, it depends when it depends. When you see dudes taking pictures with their girls and they not smiling because he's scared. He's like, nah. Man. He wants to intimidate the motherfuckers watching. So he just put a syrup. And the girl smiling like,
I'm telling you that societal aspect for black men needs to go away.
You don't want
because black men, we have so much joy to give the world and so much peace to give everybody. We need to show people like it's good to smile, man.
Yeah,
like screw all that. We a good time.
Yeah,
we have the good culture. We got great culture to be a part of.
Kid. I joke, I kid. So Eminem, you like Eminem? He said, So talk about it. So keep talking about your inspiration of like you said you started playing the piano. So, where did your true passion? What day did you say like for me with music? Yeah, boom.
Got you.
Yeah.
That day was when I was going to school for music, and they gave me like equipment. So I was like, okay, they gave me a MacBook. They gave me I think it was like a 32 key keyboard, a MIDI keyboard.
Yeah.
And after I did my assignments, I was like, yo, hold up. Why don't I utilize this stuff that they gave me not for free, but for free at the time.
Right.
Let me just buy a mic and then start recording. So
how old were you when you got the idea and you started going for it?
19.
19, yep. Yeah. Okay.
So
and before that, were you playing sports and stuff like that in high school or not?
I did basketball here and there. I tried football. I did track.
Yeah. Same.
So I like sports, but I wasn't really into it. Like even now, like I watch sports with people that I know that like sports, like my father and my friends or whatever. But I'm not really into it because my passion and my attention wants to go towards like music.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm more like when I'm watching something like watching a game or whatever, I'm listening to and I'm watching it, but also my mind is like, okay, let me see if I can sample something.
Yes.
You know what I'm
Speaking
saying?
of music and entertainment in general, we just had the BET Awards.
Yes,
last
talk
Sunday.
about it. Yeah, you beat me to it. That's what I'm talking. Did you watch it?
I didn't, but I've
Okay.
seen clips.
Okay.
I've seen
What are
multiple
your
clips.
thoughts on? Because I have my own opinions. But what are your thoughts on the clips that you've seen and the performers that they chose? How do you feel? Do you feel that that's a good reflection of what black entertainment is?
No, not at all.
Oh, what you mean, guys? What are you talking about? Hey,
This
yo,
guy, yo.
listen. What do you mean? Like, okay, y'all gotta elaborate. Y'all gotta elaborate because we got 3 opinions in here.
I'll let I Am the Fan go first.
All right, so let me elaborate a little bit. So my reasoning is with the clips that I've seen with all the female artists that were performing, all they were doing was shaking their booties.
Okay.
All they were doing, shaking their booties, speaking provocative lyrics to people, and that's like, you know, their inspiration to the younger black women and like women in general.
Right.
And they're not setting a good example for them to be like, okay, we got to be, we have to be submissive to the people, to the man that we want, but also like have good morals. Like, and they're not showing that, bro. They're showing like, get your own money. You don't need a man. You know, you could do OnlyFans or shake your booty to get some money. Like, come on, that's not cool. And it's messing up the young men's minds too.
Yeah,
because
you're right.
young men are looking at that and being like, oh man, that, like they're looking at that.
That's
hungry.
what I should look
Ain't-
for.
ain't
for
no
a
That's
woman.
what I should
girlfriends
look
out
for.
here.
Yeah.
Damn.
Like,
So
I gotta trick all of them. That's what they
I'm
thinking.
saying. They thinking that they need to be more of like a pimp than a man.
right.
You know what I'm saying? And being a man is like being able to hold your desires, have morals, and find that one woman that, you know, you could do everything with in this world. And
Amen.
And BET is not doing that. And I do want to speak about
But Taraji P. Henson did her great job hosting. Ty. Put the DJ through.
Bro, did
Tyler.
you just have a stroke?
Yes, bro. Tyler.
oh,
Let
man.
me.
Oh, water.
yeah,
Yeah, I
Tyler.
like Tyler.
I like the
She
song.
was
yeah.
not shaking no ass.
She wasn't.
So
yeah.
I get the big
you
aspect of what you guys
So,
are saying
what are you
because
saying,
Lotto,
It was
Lotto
Meg,
shaking ass,
Ice Spice,
Meg was shaking ass, Ice Spice,
Sexy
shaking
Red,
So,
all
yeah,
of them.
all of them, yeah. So yeah,
That's
yeah,
all
yeah.
the same
But
type of
when you
music.
think about it,
it is.
SZA won an award, but she wasn't there. She make that good cook up music, that good kitchen dishwashing.
She do. She
cleaning-
makes really good
cleaning
R&B
dishes.
music.
She does both.
I listen
Yeah,
to
she
some
does-
SZA
she
when I'm
does
cleaning
both.
dishes,
Yeah.
nigga. I'll listen to some SZA.
Because she
clean.
does very calming R&B,
she wasn't there.
soulful music, but she also does some provocative. Like,
Right.
I don't need no man. Like, I just broke up with this dude, blah,
Right.
blah, blah. I don't.
Right.
So, all right.
Here's what I'm thinking, right? Because I think there's a place for that type of energy, but I don't necessarily agree with. Here's the thing: like Black Entertainment Awards is interesting because there's no Asian Entertainment Award show. There's no
Very true.
Jewish Entertainment Award show.
You don't know that though.
Have you seen it?
No, but
You
but
seen
we don't
JET?
watch
You
their
watch Jet?
stations.
Jewish Entertainment Television?
Nah,
Yeah.
they
But
don't-
no,
they don't
listen.
have it.
The reason why here's my thing about it, and y'all could say whatever you want about it, but I think, and I could be wrong, I think that a lot of things like that are promoted because that's what they want us to think is good.
Correct.
You know what I mean?
agree.
I think that we are easier to control when that's what we're focused on.
Definitely.
When we're focused on chasing women, or women are focused on chasing money, and when our family units are not promoted.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Anything to keep the family unit broken down, divided. And so if we could be distracted, I always think about, recently I had a conversation with some people, and we were talking about Childish Gambino's song, This Is America.
Mm-hmm.
And this person was saying that they didn't like it because, oh, my laptop's, oh, we're good. They were saying that they didn't like that song because they felt that it didn't, it was like offensive.
What
and I was
song
like,
is that?
This is America. You remember that song?
Okay, yeah. This is America.
Right.
Do-do-do-do-do-do-doom.
Right. And in that song, the point is for it to be unsettling. Yeah. You're supposed to be uncomfortable because he's trying to say, like, there's these things that are jarring things that you should be paying attention to. And instead, what happens? As soon as it's over, we're sitting there dancing and doing whatever again. And that's exactly what BET feels like to me.
Yes.
It feels like a distraction from the reality of what we're seeing. And even when they try to do stuff like the Taraji thing, more people were paying attention to, like, the performances of Sexy Red and you know what I mean? Because Taraji's bringing up good points, but more people were distracted by the fact that it was just a Not Like Us remix. You know what I mean?
When she came out.
Right. And it was like, yeah, like you're trying to hop off the trend of Not Like Us, but.
So what about Usher's performance then at the end? Like giving
I didn't see Usher's performance.
Yeah, it was about, they promoted Usher at the end. They gave him like a big award.
Oh, like giving him his flowers?
Yeah. But, and they let the little kids go up there too, bro. And they did their song. I don't know if you've seen that performance. Yeah, they were in a classroom. They didn't do no cuss words or nothing. And so, you know, at the end of the day,
I think there's good and bad in it.
There you go. There, like, there's different angles you can look at it. But I love the BET Awards. You know what I'm saying? Me personally, y'all watching Todd Lawrence, y'all want to send me some tickets. You know what I mean? They don't got to come if they don't want to go. But I'm going to show up. I'll be there on the blue carpet, the red carpet. Shit, I'll bring a yellow carpet. We can start that trend too.
I'll say this, BET Awards. If you listen to my music and want to give me an award, I'll take it while I'm sitting on my butt at home.
Oh,
if you want to give me an award though, that'd be cool.
You just said some bold fucking Jay-Z type shit, nigga.
I mean,
you gotta get there to not show up and get an award for.
Hey, if they like my music,
yeah. On that book for the whole month. Yeah. Jonny goes through a book in what, 2 weeks?
Depends on how long the book is.
Because that's one
thing. That's a lot. What's your technique? Coffee, Red Bull?
Neither. I drink a lot of water.
A lot of water, bro. There's nothing in water that could give you energy unless it's cold. That you sound.
Take that sea moss, baby.
You know what he said? Sea moss is great, but you sound like the freaking the drill sergeants in boot camp. Every time a nigga would get sleepy, they'd be like, "Go drink some water. Go stand up and drink some water." I'm like, nigga, what the fuck do you think water's gonna do
for me right now? If you have to pee,
go drink some water. You right.
I mean,
go drink some water.
That's a good way to put it. That's a great way to put it.
Go drink some water. I drink water. You lying, bro? What you do, man? Electrolyte.
I've always been naturally very high energy. Yeah. So
you don't seem like it though. You seem very reserved. Usually reserved people do have a lot of energy. They just don't.
No, you got to see him like on his voice acting and shit like that. You got to see him when he's on the video.
He's like,
yeah, bro. He goes into Batman, and you're like, bro, I'm about to be Robin. Fuck that. Yeah, he makes you want to join in. Like, I gotta get.
Yeah, that's hard.
So,
that's cool.
I've actually had to work on that because so here's a funny story. Going back to when I was a kid.
Yeah.
I had a best friend at the time, and he was like, I said, yo, if you had to describe me in one word, what would be the word that you describe me with, right? Dude was me and him hung out every day. We went to high school together.
Right.
First word that comes to his mind, intense.
Hey,
I was like, intense?
No Diddy right now.
Intense?
Another man said, okay, why? Keep going. Yeah.
Because
no Diddy.
I always talked a lot. I always was just loud.
Right.
So I would enter the room. I'd be like, yo, what's good? Da, 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 da. And it was like, he was a very quiet and reserved person.
Right.
So it was overwhelming to somebody that's naturally very quiet, naturally wants peace, and naturally like just in that realm. Yeah. When somebody come in the room loud, and just because I'm loud when I'm really like happy.
Right.
And so like I was happy often. I would just be like, yo, let's go. I'm happy to see my friends.
Yeah,
you know, hey, let's. And it was like, so I remember at one point in my life.
That's because you got great parents and shit.
Yeah. So at one point in my life, I was like.
When I was younger,
yeah, I was just
Shout
just
out
happy.
All the great parents.
So
there,
what ended up happening was over time I realized that, and I'm learning to get out of it. I kind of like started to quiet that down because I realized not everybody can handle that.
Right,
that's true.
Not everybody can handle that energy, and sometimes it comes across as obnoxious.
Yes, or arrogant.
Right. And terms, because of not so much that I cared about how people viewed me, but I care about how I view me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I care about how I present myself.
That man in the mirror tells it all.
So it didn't matter. It didn't matter to me whether somebody like got offended. It was more like I want to present myself in a certain way. I want to. If somebody thinks of me, I don't want the first word in their mind to be intense,
loud as shit.
You know what I mean? I think
that nigga don't know how to whisper.
Exact. I still struggle with that. I'm not good at whispering. I don't do ASMR.
Yes, he does. Look, listen to this man.
Y'all got the headphones, so y'all probably hear.
Oh yeah.
You're like, oh.
yeah. No, I ain't like that. No Diddy. This nigga whispering and shit, man.
No Diddy. No
Yeah. But I know. Hey, little mama, let me whisper. Yeah, I know. Yeah, you know about that song. Wait till you see my whoa. Hey, bitch.
All right.
Yeah, that's my shit. I'm gonna beat that pussy.
All right, Todd. All right, Todd.
Yeah, I get carried away. You know
That's for the after hour stream.
Yeah.
All right.
Wait till you see. Oh,
But yeah, so I think
Lil Jon and shit.
Todd loves hearing his own voice. That's what it is. He's still, guys, we got to forgive him. He's getting used to wearing headphones and being on the mic at the same time. He's not used to it yet.
I'm loving it.
He's not used to it.
I'm loving it.
Let's go. Well, go ahead, Johnny, go.
All right. So, yeah, man, I learned that it's best to be quiet than to be loud. It's better to be, there's a time and place for everything. Right. There's a principle, scriptural principle on that. Like there's a time to speak and a time to be silent. And more often than not speaking as much. Speaking, my dad always said, you got 2 ears, one mouth. So, listen twice as much as you speak.
Amen. That's sharp right there. Yeah. You got 2 ears, one mouth. Listen more than you speak. Yes. Because when you're quiet, I wanted to jump in on this, like being quiet shit, because I learned that shit too, because I was talking, and older people will tell you that. The wise men will tell you, yeah, just shut up, go in the room. And usually the loudest one in there is the weakest one in there. The one that's like, nigga, you don't want to mess with, I'm about it. He's scared. So, you know what I mean? You don't got to worry about him. He might start shooting by mistake, but...
It's the quiet one that be sitting in the room and don't say nothing. Yes. Just watching.
And the quiet people, when you're quiet, you learn, you observe, and you can understand. Mm-hmm. That's why in school, like, they would always send me to the principal. They said, this nigga won't shut the fuck up. Yeah, I'll be in the back whispering and shit. Yeah, what we about to do after this?
Yeah,
I would get in trouble for talking in class.
Yeah, me too. It's now that we're grown men, it's best to be slow to speak. Absolutely. And quick to hear, you know what I mean?
Absolutely. In everything. There's no scenario where that's not the best solution.
Absolutely.
And when you fast to speak, you're likely to say something dumb.
Right.
I've said many dumb things many a time.
Right, yeah.
Me too.
Yeah. Part of growth.
Yeah.
Part of growth.
All right.
Keep stretching. Keep stretching.
So let's talk about, we talked about the BET Awards, gave a little introduction about yourself. Let's talk about the music. Let's talk about your music. So the first song that we're going to play.
All right, but hold up. What you just jumped into the first song we're gonna play. This is how we're gonna jump into the music. You know what I'm saying? What projects have you been working on thus far? You know what I'm saying? What projects have what's your favorite project thus far? You know what I'm saying? Before we even listen to the song we about to listen to, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Tell us a little something about, you know what I mean? How do you get into making your music and stuff like that?
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because some people, like I remember I watched a Chris Brown interview back in the day, and he was like, yeah, when I'm emotional and my back is against the wall, that's when I make my best music and stuff. So how does that work with you, I Am the Fame?
I would say
that process.
I would say the same as Chris Breezy. Like, when you're emotional and you're an artist, it is the best way to get all of that emotion out. So it's more of like raw emotion. If you're like having a good life, that's good too. You can put out great music with that. It's just it depends on where it depends on like what type of music you want to put out. Yeah. You know what I mean? But with me, I easily get inspired. So when I'm inspired, I want to make music. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
And I'll just make whatever, like I'll have a mental note of what I want the album to be about. Yeah. And then lay it down.
Yeah, like one of your songs that is like catchy to me, that the one that stuck in my head the most, it kind of gave me like that Party Next Door vibe. It was like, baby.
Oh, break that,
yeah. How that baby.
Yeah. Oh man.
Let's listen to that one. Which one is that?
It's called.
Is that on this project?
And what's the name of this project that you dropped? And when did you drop this project? How many projects do you got out right now?
Let him answer the question, Todd.
I love it though.
Baby.
I love it. He's a baby. So my I have 4 actual like albums out, or 5. I apologize. 5 actual albums out, and then I've done like multiple mixtapes, EPs. I think.
Where can people find your albums?
All of my music is on SoundCloud. You can look up on SoundCloud TheFame, or every streaming service has all of my music as well. But yeah, so my favorite project though, out of like all of the albums, I would say
Out
would
of the
be
5?
out of the 5
You
albums.
got so far, yep.
Would be the one that we about to play is Forever.
Okay.
And that's the name of the album?
Yes. So the album is called Forever. I came out with it last February.
Okay.
Got you.
And it's done great with the numbers on like every streaming service.
Beautiful.
A lot of people resonate with it. I resonate with it most of any of my projects, because I just feel like when I was doing it, it was more like supernatural how it's getting lyrics out and instrumentals done.
Right.
It wasn't just like, oh yeah, I'm in the lab for 10 hours just working on one song. Nah, like things came like and flowed so perfectly.
Which song are we gonna listen to first? You said
Break That.
Break That. Okay, I'll pull that up. And again, you guys can find this on all streaming platforms.
Yes.
We're gonna listen to it on YouTube.
Yeah, it's available on YouTube as well. So if you stream on YouTube all the time, please.
And before we start Break That, where'd you get the inspiration for Break That?
Oh, so the inspiration.
Wait. I think we should hear it first.
Yeah, and then we could.
And then.
Because I wanted to match up what he said to it.
I know.
Right,
but I want. Here's the thing about music, right? It's like we talked about this actually a while back, and Pharrell said like, when you have music, everyone hears it with their own ears and their own experience. Informs how they feel about it.
Yep.
So let's hear it first,
And then elaborate on it.
and then we'll talk about how, because then we have something to add to the conversation.
Baby.
All right. So this is Break That on the Forever album.
Let's get it.
Let's get it.
Oh, you can hear it too? Because that's why we got these headphones to open ear app.
Yo,
Baby.
you already know. For real.
Baby.
Let me turn it up a little bit.
Talking about her and her. The real of the her when I'm switching positions.
I hit that Rick Ross.
Man of it, what did I say? I just wanted to show you my love, but now I have nothing left. So baby, take that, break that heart, break that heart, break that.
That shit's fire.
Break
That shit's sharp.
break that,
Clean.
break that, baby.
So Jonny, go, man. What's your words on that one? Because that's my favorite one. Like, that shit caught my ears, like, when I heard it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, browsing through your page and everything. Back when you, like, when you first dropped it, like, and I heard it, I'm pretty sure I was probably around when you actually played it through DJ Summer Night.
Oh, yeah.
Your boy. Shout out DJ Summer Night.
Shout out to my brother.
I'm pretty sure I was there, and he was probably playing it. And when you play that shit, I'm telling you, that shit, the baby... that shit gonna get them go, baby, cause women love when you call them baby, you know. And then the move, I like that Party Next Door. Was I not lying, or was I right? That boom, what is that? That 808? What is that?
It's a sub bass, yeah.
Okay.
Boom.
That's called a sub bass.
You
Baby.
know what's interesting about that? I noticed as I was listening to a few of the songs on this album, and didn't get a chance to listen to the other albums yet, but I noticed there's like a theme, like musically there's like a certain type of theme, at least to me. There's certain, and I guess every artist has their own sound, and
absolutely.
It's part of the sound that you created for yourself, where you use kind of either like a reverbed, affected, like deeper voice, in a few of the tracks. What's made that feel like the sound for this project?
So yeah, this project was really a project for me getting out of like the secular world.
Okay.
It was like a transition of me from when I found like Jesus as my Lord and Savior, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, let me make a project of me being like half in the world and half out.
Interesting.
So certain tracks that you hear like my voice deeper, stuff like that. Like those tracks are specifically to showcase that aspect of the music. It's like I'm still in the world right here. I still feel those desires. I still want a woman,
lusting.
I'm lusting. I'm still want to drink alcohol all the time and smoke weed and all this other stuff. But then the other songs that you hear that are like more vibrant and more uplifting and have less like cursing or whatever would be like I'm out of the world. But it's pretty much this album
and
is
it's
like
all
a battle.
on the same album.
Yeah, this
boom.
This
it's like
album,
the yin yang.
Exactly. It's like a battle from the flesh.
That's exactly what I was gonna say. Because I was like, in less of a yin yang, because that's like an equal balance.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
I think it's like he just said, more of a
baby,
like and almost like your internal struggle.
Correct.
You know what I mean? If you want to talk like about scripture, like the Apostle Paul even said, like it's the desire of my mind versus the desire of my flesh.
Yeah,
you know
it
what
is.
I mean?
I do what I know I'm not supposed to do, but I
like that
don't
Kanye West
song.
Yeah. Well, everything that's supposed to be bad make me feel so good.
Yeah, exactly.
Everything they told me not to is exactly what I should. Huh?
Right.
What do you think?
Man,
I
tried to stop, man. I tried the best I could, but you make me smile. That's my shit.
Yeah, that's a good song.
So okay, I'm gonna jump into something else. When it comes to making beats, what inspiration do you get? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's your flow with that? You know, like every producer has different flows. Like we got Metro Boomin, he got, you know what I mean? Kanye, Timberland, he got that space shuttle sound. Yeah. Every song he sounds like space shuttles landing and shit. So where's that come from? You know what I mean?
I would say my biggest inspiration for music is like a very bassy sound, because I love like deep bass, but that's very clear. Yeah. So if you listen, and I'm hoping everybody that's watching, they listen to the project, because
forever, right?
Forever, yes, because it is it's very like bass filled, and I feel like studying like music theory too. The bass is what hits the frequency of the soul. Mostly more than the hi-hat, more than the kick.
You feel a bass.
You feel the bass.
Everything else you hear, but you feel bass.
That's the first thing you feel when you listen to a song. If it has a good bass line, whether it's like a good guitar bass or an 808 or a good like electronic sub bass, that's what gets people in. That's the first thing. So I try to always keep that.
What's your opinion on country music? I was asking my little cousin early today. Music? I was like, because every time I turn my car on, the radio turns on and they keep playing that country bumping, drink a beer by the bunkin', like, you know what I'm saying? I like it sometimes, you know what I mean? It depends.
It depends on what mood I'm in, and some artists are better than others, you know what I mean?
I'll take country music over heavy metal, though. And rock and roll.
There's a place for both.
Yeah, there's a place for both. Because I like.
Bro,
you
like heavy metal?
I love System of a Down.
I like certain songs.
Certain songs.
Son, let's talk about like that dude. What's his name? Travis Scott. Travis. That shit is crazy. Music like that bugs me out, bro. I like music that I could like vibe and like.
Yeah.
And, you know, I don't like music that I gotta be like.
It makes me feel like I want to go and like beat somebody's butt or something.
Scratch the wall, scratch the wall.
Like,
it depends on. So I think it just depends on like. So I have a friend, right? Yeah. Going back to like.
We all got friends.
Y'all gonna realize I'm gonna start telling stories about my
life. How many of us have
friends? I knew it. I just said that.
But nah. Okay, so the same friend that said I was intense, right? We're like a yin and yang. Like I'm the yin, he's the yang. Yeah. And so I would listen to music, and like you, Todd, I want stuff that I could chill out to, that vibe. But we're high energy people.
Right.
If you're a lower energy person,
right,
you might actually seek that energy from your music.
Right.
And so he listened to like punk and metal and different type of stuff. And he listened to harder music than I did. Because I needed music to calm me down.
Right.
And he needed music to amp him up.
To get him going, right.
Right. So, and it's like if you go to the gym, some of the best music to listen to is that hard stuff, because when you just trying to like,
oh yeah, when I'm in the gym, I throw that NBA YoungBoy on.
Anything, right?
I'm a super motherfucker.
But like,
jeez. You know what?
He be killing in his raps.
You know what I play in? I'm sorry.
No, please.
You know what I play in the gym?
What's up?
Brazilian funk.
Yes.
That is crazy.
You ever listen to Sango?
Oh, of course.
I
Sango
love
is amazing.
Sango, bro.
Sango's
I didn't know he
fire.
was from like northeastern or northwestern United
Yeah,
States.
he's
though.
from-
I thought
yeah,
he was straight up
yeah.
from Brazil. He's like a dude like us.
What type
Yeah.
of music is that?
You want to hear Sango?
It's
Yeah,
like
play just a quick sample.
I'll put you on top.
it's like trill hop, like
It's like-
like R&B trill hop.
I gotta
like,
see this
it's
because-
cool
But
Y'all-
with like
with
with the
this-
Brazilian
with
vibe.
the Brazilian vibe.
All right, let's
yeah.
see because
really
I gotta
cool.
hear it because I
He's
be
been
lifting
making music
heavyweights,
for
nigga.
years
And
too. I've been
Yeah,
listening to
if
him.
I
since-
can't lift no
Sango gonna
heavyweights
make
to
you
this
want to
shit.
dance though.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, y'all gonna fuck around and fall on a squat like.
Oh my goodness.
Listening to Sanko, fuck around and start twerking. No, just like let me hear it.
It's not like that. It's not like that. But it's chill. You're gonna love it. for
I'm
real.
talking shit.
Sango
man.
is hard.
Cinco de Mayo.
Também, em público.
Cinco
Também
de
eu tinha
Maio.
cantado. Eu tinha cantado aqui depois que cheguei em 72, eu vim em 72.
And,
aqui
and
no
now,
podcast
when
do
you in
Todd.
the gym listening to this music,
This
do
is
you
like
be
my
doing like
cardio type
Zumba?
music. On a treadmill?
This shit sound like I'm running through the forest.
Word.
Like, man, I gotta get away.
That's what I'm saying. It's perfect. It's
Name of him again?
Vem.
I would play this at the end of my workouts. Like when I know I got 15 minutes left,
Yeah.
I come out with this.
yeah. Zoom and
He got like a bunch of projects like this. This is one of my favorite tracks.
That was smooth.
It is smooth, man.
Cause I noticed,
Put you on, man.
y'all definitely did put me on. I'll probably add a song to my playlist or something like that.
So let's listen to another song. Oh wait, we didn't even talk about. We talked about Break That a little bit. Let's talk about.
Well, what was your opinion on Break That? Like, yeah, what did you get from it?
I liked when he explained. It helps you understand the concept of the album better. Like, cause like I heard everything that you were saying, and it made even more sense with the concept of what you're trying to do with this album.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like presenting both sides, because it's still you. It's not like it's very introspective and very self-aware, which I love. I love music that makes me think, and it's definitely something I can relate to.
Right.
Because these are the same feelings that we all go through. We all
Right.
feel this way.
Yeah,
In one way or another, different. Each of us is tried and tempted by different, vices.
Right,
And
and
so we all have that
everybody
internal struggle.
releases their expressions in different ways and different talents.
Yes.
That's
And my
beautiful.
man, I Am the Fame, does it through his music
Yeah.
and his beat making.
Yeah.
What other tracks did you want to share? Because I have my favorite on this.
I mean, play your favorite then.
My
That's
favorite.
fine.
I like. This is a track I wish I would hear. I think it's Proving Yourself.
How's it go? Do you remember?
I don't. It's the one that has like the It has like a. Like it feels like it would be amazing if one of those HBCU bands played it.
Ah,
You know what I mean?
That mean it got some nice beat to it.
So it's got like
And,
it's
and,
got
and
like
a quick question,
brass
right?
to
This is
it,
another
like
question, right?
instruments.
Off of
I can't
like
remember which.
us, your album, bro. Did you create all of the beats for your album?
Yeah, I sampled a lot.
This
but,
man is incredible. This is
yeah.
what I'm saying. This is the One Life podcast, man.
and
There we go. There we
That
go.
was perfect. Thank you.
There we go.
I did have a lot of not really a lot.
I think it's No More Pain, by the way.
Okay, yeah.
So you created all of your beats.
Yes.
And
I had thank you. I had
I Am the Fame.
I had two co-producers. One co-producer that pretty much was on like everything with me. He's from South Africa. That's my boy
Really?
Clip. Yeah.
Okay.
Shout out Clip,
Yeah.
man.
And he's
Keep doing
phenomenal. Yeah.
great, man.
Shout out to you, Clip, for real.
Keep doing what you do. Tap in with the One Life podcast because we shining out you, man.
And then I had my my brother Dylan, Detroit. He did a few beats as well. So I had a good team helping me doing the whole thing. It was a great experience making this album too.
Smooth.
All right. So would you mind if I played No More Pain? It's a little bit longer,
Go
but it's
ahead.
like the second half I really like.
Yeah,
Well, I
go
like
ahead.
both. You ready, Todd?
Yeah. Run
All
it
right.
through. This is No More Pain on the
No More
Forever
Pain.
album.
Yes, sir.
Tap in.
Yeah, I love this song.
Okay, that deep entrance.
Yeah.
Sound like we underwater with it. Now I see what you meant about the band. Yeah, they're just switching up the beats, right?
my superhero music.
He done went back to the A moment. Here we go. I am the fame. One Life Podcast, EP 12. No more pain right here. You hearing it first. See the conductor.
I dreamt about this shit in Jersey. I'm just trying to show you that I'm really worthy. I'm trying to make a meal by 30. I got 2 years to get on my shit. Thank you for the flowers, yeah, I'm hanging up them. Upside down so they never down him. Thank you for the crown, I feel like I'm Prince. Euphoria proud like doves in the wind. Done letting down myself and my chick. I used to let them listen to the sounds in the whip. Every time I played it, I was self-conscious. Now they wanna hear me while they on.
I like that a lot.
Thank you. Yeah. Ooh,
And you know,
that song right
like
there.
I said,
That was
you had to put that was your touch on that song. Like all of your music is your touch, but bruh, it's a different type of swag, and it's like it's special.
Thank you, bro.
You get what I'm saying? And that's the thing with you know, the world we living in, and you know, not trying to fit in, but chasing and believing in how you feel and that your approach.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Believing in your approach and sticking to your approach, because a lot of people try to like fit in and want to be like this or be like that. That shit is I am the fame specifically. You know what I'm saying? Even though I said, you know, yeah, you get your inspiration, like you had the Kanye West stuff and everything, but when it comes down to it, you laid that shit down.
Thank you, bro.
With the My Pain and then that Baby. So now what it comes to is when DJ Khaled said God did, you know what I'm saying? When it's your turn, when it's your time, and it's already here. You know what I'm saying?
Appreciate
Believe it or not,
that.
for all of us, for
Yeah, for everyone.
you know, everybody out there chasing your dream.
Yep.
Your time is here now. You know what I'm saying? There's just gonna be different moments
Correct. Yes.
throughout that journey.
That is very true.
That's gonna be more intense than others.
Yes. I agree. Yes.
So continue to appreciate all of the moments.
Yes. Especially like,
Because it's a beautiful thing, man.
yeah, this moment right now. I've been excited for this for a long time, and you
Yeah.
know, being here and actually getting
Me
it
too.
done now, it just feels right. It feels so smooth, and you guys are great hosts. You know what I
Amen,
mean? Like
amen.
for real. Like
That's
you
another
really
one.
are.
appreciate that, man.
Like y'all really are.
That's my guy, man. That's my guy. I had to go, like, you know, I was on a treasure hunt and I fucking X marked the spot. I went and got Johnny Goat, man.
Word.
Hey man, well,
Love
I think
that
the
nigga.
timing was perfect too, because
Yeah.
Todd and I have been talking about having you on the show for a while,
A long time.
but
man.
we didn't have everything right yet. Like we did it as best we could with what we had, and we've had amazing guests. We've had great episodes, great conversations, and I watched something maybe a few months back, and we was just talking about how every time when you're working, especially whether you're making content, whether you're making music, whatever skill that you're trying to acquire and grow, just get 1% better.
Right.
Yeah.
And if you look at like
Day by day.
first episode that me and Todd were on together when he first had me as a guest, like if you look at that episode, I think that was like February of this year, and now we're in July. Like, look how far we've come. We've upgraded
7.
so much, and now
God
we're
is
able
great.
to
that is great.
we're able to have our guests on and present them to the world the way they should be presented.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So I'm thankful for that. I'm thankful that you were patient enough to come on us, because I know it's been months that we've been trying to get you on, and now you're here. You're able to share your message.
Yes.
How you
And
want to
hear you
share it?
guys,
I am
too.
the fame.
Yeah, man.
It's
So
not, it's not all about me. I might be the guest on here, but I love to be able to see other people's perspectives on life, and you know, us like conversing now. It's great. It's
Amen. Amen. Where did the nickname come from?
Oh man, that's
I am the fame. Where did you get that nickname from? Where did it come from? Talk about that.
So the nickname for that, I got it from inspiration from my brother that I grew up with, and he committed suicide.
Rest in
And
peace.
Yes, I already know he's, you know, because he was a. Anyway, yeah. So he did that, and he said before the last time I seen him, he told me that he was like, anything that you do, you're gonna be famous and successful. Even if you don't want to be famous, you're gonna get it.
Yeah.
Because you're gonna have you have that spirit about you, and you just have to be.
Yeah, I gave you that one again. That's like the 10th one.
Yeah,
because
that's good,
bro,
though.
like every time you say some real shit, I gotta commend you on it because this dude be on live Instagram live every single day.
Yeah,
Thanks.
And he just be sitting there doing his music and in his zone. I pay attention. I see it. I get the notification, and I'm like, yo, and I pop in every now and then. I'm like, yep, I knew it. Yep. He's locked in, and that's what it takes.
Yes, thank you.
To get to that position that you're speaking upon right now, that top level with that I am the fame. So that's where it came from. Your man's recipes, right?
So I took it from that, and I was like, you know what? I don't even want the fame. It's the contradiction, to be honest, because I don't want to be famous. I do want to be successful, but it's all on what God wants to bring me. Because being successful is being, having His eternal succession,
right?
Which is His eternal peace,
right?
So I'm already in my eyes, I'm already successful,
right.
But to get to that stature, I know God's gonna make it happen when it's the right time.
Yeah,
when it's your time. That's right.
It's interesting that you mentioned that because in one of the tracks I was listening to, I remember you saying something like that about saying that you didn't really care about the fame.
Yeah.
And I was like, it's interesting. I said that must be why you chose the name.
That's the second reason.
It's bigger. It's bigger than. It's bigger than trying to be famous.
Yes.
It's almost like a mindset, and less of a pursuit of I want to be the most famous person in the world. Like it's not that.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that you expressed that and explained it. Because I feel like somebody could read your name and misunderstand what the meaning is.
There's been multiple people. They're like, "Oh, you just want to be famous?"
Right.
No. Let me just explain it to you, and then you'll understand. And
that's it. That's why we lead with questions.
So another question, right? So through your journey thus far, I am the fame. Have you had any like great moments as far as performing goes and stuff like being in places where you're like you just get that feeling of like, yo. Like for me, it's when I go before I get on stage for stand-up comedy. You know what I'm saying?
I need to check your stand-up.
I get that energy that I'm living the moment right now. You know what I'm saying? It's time to execute. You know what I'm saying? Okay. And thus far in my journey, I've been to some different, pretty interesting places. But we talking about you right now. So I am the fame. Have you been to any like memorable moments like for you throughout your journey thus far? Like, you know what I'm saying? Big memorable moments where you were like, oh, yes, let's go. Like, let's keep going.
Yeah.
And I know you got a big event coming up too. We'll talk about that as well. You going to perform at a festival or did that already pass?
No, I'm not going to be a part of the festival.
Okay.
Unfortunately.
But all right.
But I'll be there. I'll definitely be there.
But elaborating on these big times in your journey thus far. You know what I'm saying? Exciting moments that like sparked you to be like, I'm meant to be here. This is it right here. Let's go, baby.
Yeah, like the first time I performed in New York, it was in Brooklyn.
Okay.
And I had like everybody with me. Like people that, I knew from Jersey came out, people that were in New York came out, other parts of New York. Yeah. And people from Pennsylvania.
Performing in New York City you got to be on point because there you go. Tough crowd.
They're a tough crowd to please. But it was like when I got into the venue, right, with all the people that were with me that I knew, I just knew that I was going to like kill it. Like I just had that confidence. Yeah. And it wasn't like arrogance. It was just like I'm confident in my lyrics. I'm confident in these songs. I know I could do it. And then right when I got on stage, that first song, everybody was just like honed in.
It gave you that energy.
And I never
seen that
is
before. Great.
Like I never felt that from a performance before. I've never seen it before. Yeah. So it was like the first time me like actually seeing that and feeling it. And I was like, okay, the first song is done. Let's go to the next one. Let's do it. And then the second song was a hype song. So I had people that I knew from my camp come on stage with me, and they were just hyping me up. Yeah. And then the crowd was getting hyped. The first row, the second row, the third row. It was like I think it was like a good 300 people in the venue. So like everybody,
that energy was pushing.
And when artists say like that energy they feel when they're performing from the crowd, that is a real thing. Like I know that it's a real thing. It's spiritual, like somebody. it's just like having multiple people at the same time giving you like that type of like love,
feedback,
feedback. You're gonna feel it in some way or another. You know,
superhero
what I mean?
moment.
So I felt like a true superhero. Yeah. At that time. And then the third song, it was just over. Everybody was just like,
baby.
And they were having an encore. Like, they wanted an encore, but I was like, I only have 3 songs on the disc, so I can't do, like, you know what I mean? So,
at the time, that's how it started. Started from the bottom now,
And then after that,
I'm going to keep putting them in there.
Yeah. And then we went to it. Then we went to an Airbnb. I had a whole party with, like, some of the people that was there, my camp. And it was just awesome. Like, that was probably, like, the best night of my life.
There we go. Yeah. And what year was that in your career?
That was 2018.
So was that your second year or your first year doing rap music? Or
nah, that was
third year doing rap music.
That was like my 5th.
See? Yeah. Okay, so y'all watching, paying attention. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, it takes
Don't
time.
rush your process.
It takes
You know
time.
what I'm saying? Those high intense moments that I was talking about, they're gonna come. You know what I'm saying? But you also gonna have that slow moment where it's like, I feel like, me personally, it's like, you know, the man upstairs asking you, is this what you really want? And he wants to see, how bad do you really want this? Yeah. Are you just in it for the attention, or do you really love what you doing? And if you really love what you doing and it's not just for the attention, you're going to keep going no matter what.
Yeah. And to build off of that, you know, God will he will direct you where you need to go. Because when I started doing music, it was very lustful and secular, right? Very, very like just you know, bad. And I wasn't doing it for him. And that was why I never seen
talk about it.
I didn't see a lot of progression in my career because of that. He didn't want, like, I knew that God didn't want me to get to that point to be in the industry and actually see what it is for, like what it actually is. Yeah. You know? Sorry guys.
Yeah, just lift it up.
There we go.
Right.
And thank you.
Smooth.
That's way better. Yeah, and he held me back from being a part of the industry in that aspect because he knew that it's a lot comes with that. That's morally incorrect.
Right.
So once I got closer with him, my relationship with God, and actually like making music for him, it's still being half in and out. But he knew that I was doing it for him in the kingdom, right?
That's like, I don't mean to cut you off real quick, but hold that thought. Like, keep going. Yeah. But I watched this movie with Little Richie. I don't know if you guys know Little Richie. He was like an R&B kind of artist, old school back in the day. Yeah, and he has a movie. You got to watch it. You know what I'm saying? And one scene in the movie, he's praying to God, and he says, God, I pray and I please ask, I really want to be very successful so that way I could take care of my mom and my family, put in a big house and everything. But just please, like, you know, he was asking God to, like, you know, basically allow him to get these riches and things to take care of his family and enjoy his time and success. And I kind of felt that because, like, that's how I feel as well, is like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I really want to become very big, very, very successful, you know, and, you know, keep going. Yeah, but I just want to throw that in there.
I have a little caveat with that.
Because God did.
Well, here's how I see it. Because here's the thing, right? We're taught, if you believe in God and you call yourself
100%
a Christian, because not everybody believes in God the same way.
Correct. Yeah.
Some people believe in gods. Some people believe in a God. Some people believe in different gods. So I don't want to speak for everybody.
Salami alaikum, salami.
I don't want to speak for everybody. God will always provide you with what you need.
Yes, not what you want.
How he provides you with what you need differs from everybody.
Correct.
What you want and what you need are not the same.
Right.
So, like, there are times in the Bible where there are people that pray to God and they're like, oh, I want this or I want that. But he looks at what they need and gives them what they need.
Right.
Exactly.
So it's like maybe there's a time of famine and a person is like, oh, well, I want my farm to grow so I can have food. And instead, he may not let their food grow from the farm, but he makes sure his family doesn't go hungry.
Right.
So it's, when it comes to our pursuit of different things, or when it comes to life in this world, there are times where we have what we need. Thank you, Todd. I just wanted to say, like, we all have our visions for where we're going to go. We take steps in that direction.
Right.
And the key is that we're taking steps forward.
Correct. Amen.
Everything after that is God directing us. So whether it's, this specific moment is where you need to be or not, we might end up in certain scenarios that we got ourselves into. Right. It doesn't mean that God said that I wanted you to end up there. We got ourselves into that. Right. But he's going to help you get through it.
Right.
You know what I mean? So sometimes we interpret things however we're going to interpret them. But it definitely, like, the key is take steps forward, keep trusting in God. Yes. And that's the key.
Amen. Yes. The faith.
And if I can say something after that too.
Please.
Give
it a second.
Yeah, it's all about faith. You have to have faith and your trust fully in God, because when we deny ourselves, that's when he'll understand, like, okay, I'll give you what you need. Mm-hmm. Whether what vision that you have, right? Because it's my plan that I have for you,
right?
And when we have that faith in him, that complete faith, then our desires change, and our desires start going based off of his will, not our own.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that's the caveat.
Yeah,
right
it's
there.
like when you fully surrender and stuff like that, and I was going through that process like 2 years ago. And like, I calculated stuff together, and I was like, you know what, like I'm in, but like I still like be out here like, chasing like my everything. I smoke weed, you know what I'm saying? I drink liquor. I have fun. So, to each his own, and I pray every day, thank God, top of the morning, bottom of the night, and I treat people with the kindness of my heart, how I want to be treated. And like I said, it's different stages and levels in life that you grow to as a person, as a man, you know what I'm saying? And when you're chasing certain journeys and beliefs and religions and stuff like that, there's levels.
Yeah, and I definitely recommend people, if you're watching or listening, just do research, study religions. It's not really based off of religion. It's a relationship that's most important. But if you're on the fence and you don't know what to believe in, just like study the Bible, study the Quran, study the Torah, study all of those things, and you'll see which is the truth and which isn't.
Right.
That's all I can say, because I don't want to be like super. Like, I just don't want to be like, do this and you like people.
Everyone has to find the
truth for themselves. Exactly.
That's right.
That's perfect.
You can't force it down anybody's throat.
Correct.
That's right.
You waiting for the new Budokai?
I'm waiting for that. And then I told myself, that's the last game I'm purchasing forever. I don't really play video games anymore. I used to be a big gamer, like racing games, shooting games, all that, fighting game.
Yeah.
But I stopped for a while.
You know why? It's because you're focused on your craft.
Yeah, I'm not really focused on playing games. Like, I got a PS5 at the crib. I don't touch it. But then once that game comes out, I already pre-ordered it. It's a wrap. I'm taking on everybody.
Yeah.
Right.
I'll come and correct with these fists. You know what I'm saying? Like,
here's what's gonna happen. Here's my theory on gaming. Right.
Right. Go ahead.
Because we're all in the same generation. We were born in the late '90s, or we was born in the same year, 94, 93,
96.
So we're all like mid '90s, right?
I'm the baby in the room.
Almost,
but I'm the biggest gorilla.
So here's the thing, right?
Yo, when the gorillas beat their chest, that shit be like.
Yeah, it don't sound as deep as you would think.
Yeah, it doesn't.
You would think it'd be like,
it's like very high pitched.
It's like,
I don't know how that shit makes that noise. Yeah.
It's because of you're hearing their hands too. But I was gonna say,
pause. This shit will
no Diddy. Nah, here's the thing, right? We say we're gonna get into this game or that game, and when it comes out, life is gonna get in the way.
I knew he was gonna say that.
And
that's so true.
And you're gonna get on the game, and there's a kid who pre-ordered it, played the beta and the alpha, and he gonna be mad nice for no reason on some PC, and he gonna be doing some combos, and you gonna get kicked up against the wall, bang, in about 7 seconds. And you can be like, why am I playing this? Man, I got better things. I got to go get some money. Yeah. What am I doing? I ain't playing this game for kids,
That's
bro.
what happened with me with Call of Duty. I was like, oh, I'm nice. And then some people was on the PC. I'm like,
Yo,
Yeah, when it comes to the fighting games,
start playing ranked.
I can't
and
play
you just get
online.
cooked.
oh yeah, ranked is crazy.
and I don't know about ranked either.
Well,
I'm a Madden, Call of Duty, GTA.
You said GTA not
fighting game.
not competitive. Anybody can play GTA doing whatever they want.
GTA is like Sims on steroids.
Yeah, it's like a less age appropriate Sims.
Yes.
Right.
You can literally just do whatever you want in GTA and get away with it.
With cheat codes.
Right.
With the
So like
Superman and Goku.
So anybody can play GTA. Anybody can be a GTA streamer.
Yeah.
You don't have to be good at gaming.
Mm-hmm.
The same with like the people that was playing Among Us or anything like that really popped off around a couple years ago because you didn't need talent to be good at it. You just had to be an entertaining person to watch.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
When it comes to like he said Budokai, you gotta be nice.
Right.
If you trash at Budokai, everybody
and you play
nice.
an online person,
right.
yeah.
Even if you're a big streamer, what'll happen is this: people will start to pop into your stream to cook you, so that they can get seen, and then people go to their stream. That's all they want. They call it stream sniping.
Right.
Yes.
So since we're on a video game topic right now,
right?
What was like some of your favorite video games as a child, in your childhood growing up?
So when I was actually gaming when I was
What was
younger,
your go-to games? Yeah.
Go-to
like
was always racing games, bro. Like Midnight Club Dub Edition.
I loved
Need for
it.
Speed Underground 1, 2.
Okay.
Most Wanted.
Mm-hmm.
Those were my games. Like nobody could see me in any racing game.
Right.
I'm telling you. Like,
What about NBA Street Volume 2?
NBA Street?
NBA Street, period.
NBA Street and period was, that was
Back
fire
to
game.
Papa.
Yeah.
Game Breakers.
That was a fire game. Also,
NFL Street.
NFL Street was fire.
I like that game.
But I was big on like what do they call them? Like Final Fantasy and Kingdom Hearts. What are those?
Oh, you liked it that?
Oh, like the RPG.
That was
RPGs.
so, bro.
Yeah, I like
I
RPGs.
was
Big
not
on
that
RPGs too.
intelligent as a little kid. You know what I'm saying? You had to be on some smart shit to really play that.
Yo,
shit.
I'm
Todd
because
didn't not want to solve puzzles.
Yeah, you had to sit there and like
Puzzle, yeah, it's
create your
puzzles.
moves and wait, you can't
Turn-based
make your move
and
yet.
all this other
Let
stuff.
him go.
Yeah.
You had to find the item which was
Yeah.
on the location
I had
on a
I
different
had a
map.
friend that liked the games like that. Yeah,
Yeah.
that shit.
But
I stayed away from
Kingdom
shit.
Hearts
Like
As an
1 and
adult,
2,
I like those games.
Fire. Yeah, like when
I
you get
think-
older,
Right.
you like them even more.
Yeah.
You appreciate them.
As a
that
gamer,
thinking shit.
yeah, like
I played Tomb Raider.
okay, that's
You had
puzzles in Tomb Raider.
yeah, but it was still more.
You was sitting there looking for Angelina Jolie.
Oh yeah, she played her role in that shit. Tomb Raider every time.
But
she,
yeah, nah, bro. for
sexy
real.
bitch.
So, all right, let's do the last song.
Oh yeah.
What is the song that you feel? Is there a song on the album that you feel encapsulates the story the best?
Oh man. There's a few. I know I said "Touch My Soul" because I really wanted y'all to listen to that because of the beat, but
Okay.
the lyrics are great too. But to encapsulate it all, man, I would say. Okay, so the song we're gonna play that encapsulates this whole project will be "Free."
Give us a little context about Free. What's it about?
So the context behind this song specifically, man, is like me coming from out of the world, being my relationship with God, just being free.
When you say coming out of the world,
what
do you mean?
Oh yeah, no Diddy. Just coming out of the world, of the secular world, and being not of the world, and just being in the world. If that makes sense, because being of the world is more of like your desires are more worldly, like fleshly desires.
Right.
So my this song encapsulates me being free of all of that. Finally, you know, like after all of the music that I've put out before, my whole life journey, this song is the one to be like, I'm free from all of this stuff. I feel free. I'm good. I have peace. I have joy.
Amen.
You know, like, so yeah. This is
Free.
It's free.
I love that energy, that them flowers, that real recognize real.
Yeah.
And when real recognize real, we tell the truth.
Definitely.
And the truth is, when you see that talent, that true talent, that hunger, and that passion, and that positive energy vibration in a person, and you credit them for it, it hit different, man.
It does.
It hit different.
It makes you want to continue to strive for better, you know?
It hit different, man. And I thank you, and first and foremost, I thank God for allowing all of these things to be possible, man. And yeah, man, I Am the Fame is here. One Life Podcast, episode 12. Yo, man, listen, it's been a great time, and yo, like
love the music, man. It's
yeah.
You special.
You got you. Do you have
really.
any upcoming things that you want people to look out for right now? Like, you know what I'm saying? Look out for. You want to tell people anything that you got going on? Look out for this. Pop out and such so on and so forth.
Yeah. I'm working on multiple projects now. I'm just trying to get the ideas solidified.
Mm-hmm.
But there's gonna be new music coming out very soon. And I just want to tell everybody to, you know, keep striving for greatness. Just continue. Don't ever quit. You know, this life is may seem difficult at times, and you may be going through tribulation at some time, but a tribulation always has a light at the end of that tunnel. You know, because a tribulation is for us to learn something. It's always to teach us something.
Right.
It's not a negative thing to look at. And just if you do see it as a negative, just always try to strive for positivity and a positive perspective. You know, and I do want to say, you know, it's not on our will, it's God's will. So he will make it happen, and just continue to be patient, continue to be obedient, and yeah, you know, God loves you, and stay with hope, stay with faith. And that's the most important thing in this world right now.
Amen. And to add into that, because I didn't even get to ask the question, but you already answered the question. But I want you to just elaborate on that question real quick with this One Life, because this is the One Life podcast once again. And each time a guest comes on here, a talented individual comes on the One Life podcast, I like to ask them, what is some great advice that you could give the world with this one life that you're living? And you kind of just gave them that great advice, but just to elaborate on it, what is some advice that you can give the world, the people watching right now, people chasing their dreams, you know what I'm saying? People that may just be starting to get involved with finding their passions and what they're good at. What is some great advice that you could give them from your experiences and chasing your journey in this one life?
Okay. The best advice I could give from my personal experience is to always be patient. You know, things will come, and it's not based off of what we want. You know, the time will happen when it's the right timing. And
amen.
You know, if we try to rush things, it won't work out. You know, whether it's a relationship, whether it's your goals, your dreams, it's gonna happen. But you have to stay patient, stay consistent, never quit, and stay faithful, because it's, you know, you can't live this life with no faith. You know, it's difficult. I've been in it with no faith, and I didn't have any peace. But once I have faith, I got peace, joy, love, all the fruits of the Spirit. You know what I'm saying? So I'm telling you, stay consistent, stay patient, stay obedient, and stay hopeful. And always, when you meet somebody that you don't know, and you know, and you know, if somebody comes to you with hate, turn the other cheek, show them love, because you never know what that person may be going through in their lives. Maybe they just need you to show them that love. So
yeah,
that's right. And I want to
thank you for sharing that.
I want to elaborate on that real quick at the end when you said, you know, if you got somebody coming to you with hate or whatever the case may be. You know, I like to tell people this right here, man. You know, in certain situations, when you get into altercations, it's like the bitter individual has to walk away with that bitterness throughout the rest of their entire day. So you make a choice, you know what I'm saying, to carry that bitterness with you, or just chuck it over your shoulder and say, you know, leave it up to God and have peace within. You know what I'm saying? Love what's going on in your life. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, turn the other cheek. Hey, man, this is the One Life Podcast, episode 12. I am the Fame. Thank you for watching. Stay tapped in. Like, comment, subscribe. Here you have it. Continue to chase your dreams. I love y'all. Peace.
Peace.